The flickering candlelight cast long shadows across Elias's weathered face, etching deeper the lines of sorrow etched there over the years. He clutched a worn, leather-bound book, its pages filled with faded script, a family history brutally interrupted. His voice, raspy from disuse and grief, began to recount the tale. It started with a harvest festival, he whispered, his eyes distant, lost in the memories. The air was thick with the smell of roasted meat and wood smoke, children's laughter echoing through the valley. My family, the Millers, we were the heart of Oakhaven. We were known for our kindness, our generosity, our vibrant lives. He paused, his hand trembling as he turned a page. A crude sketch of a sprawling farmhouse, surrounded by fields of golden wheat, greeted him. The image was a stark contrast to the emptiness that now filled his heart. The book detailed the events of that fateful night, the screams, the fire, the relentless onslaught of raiders, their faces masked by shadows. Elias, only 10 at the time, had hidden in the root cellar, the chilling sounds of violence his lullaby. He saw his parents, his siblings, his grandparents, all perish before his eyes. He emerged from his hiding place days later, the world reduced to ashes and despair. He was the sole survivor, left with nothing but the clothes on his back and this book, his family's legacy, a painful testament to a life cruelly stolen. For years he wandered, haunted by ghosts and memories. He adopted the identity of a traveling peddler, his wares as diverse as his experiences, simple trinkets, woven baskets, and stories that veiled his true identity, his unimaginable loss. He spoke of faraway lands, of fantastical creatures, of adventures that never happened. They were carefully crafted tales, a shield against the pain that threatened to consume him. He carried the weight of his family's murder, the silence of a town that never fully understood the horror he endured. But the weight of his secret, the burden of his silence, was beginning to crush him. The book, once a source of comfort, now felt like a heavy stone around his neck. He had to share his story, to let others know what happened, to ensure that the memory of his family wouldn't fade into oblivion. He began to tell fragments of his story, to those who seemed trustworthy, those who seemed able to listen without judgment. The response was mixed. Some were captivated, some were skeptical, and others were simply too afraid to know the truth. One day, he came across a small, forgotten village, nestled deep within the forest. The villagers were welcoming, their lives simple, yet rich, with community and mutual support. He felt a strange sense of belonging, a flicker of hope in the darkness. He decided this was the place to finally share his story. He began by telling his story to the village elder, a woman with kind eyes and a gentle heart.